Josh finds the rope. Nick flies away. That won't be stopped. She dances down and punishes. Gee, it's a good shot. It's a really good shot. Oh, she didn't deserve that, Garth. 50 partnership comes up fortuitously.
Catch.
Gone. Captain takes the catch. That's the end of Harmanpreet Kaur.
She goes for 36, India 4 for 126.
She's a good batter. Got it brilliantly bowled, Gardner. Mooney does the rest. Sends the desperate. Winds down. Muggy night. Sophie Molyneux said at the toss, Australia probably wouldn't have bowled. Second meeting between Australia and India in a women's T20 international at Adelaide Oval. The last was way back in January 2016. India won by 5 wickets. Harmanpreet Kaur, we'll see later on with the bat. Top scored with 46. Phoebe Litchfield's on the mic. Can't wait to get her thoughts throughout the evening. Phoebe, welcome to you. How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How's the vibe? Set the scene down there for us.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Anytime I get to play down Adelaide Oval, it's a bucket list item for myself growing up watching cricket in Australia. And yeah, this turned out and it's a really cool vibe.
Bit muggy out there?
Yeah, it is actually. It kind of looks like it's going to rain but not. So there's a bit of, yeah, I guess humidity in the air for Adelaide, which is usually just pretty dry.
Looked like there was a fair bit of wicket. Of light grass on that wicket there, Phoebe. Are you expecting, with the humidity, just a little bit to be there with the new ball?
Hopefully. I think they're preparing for the AFL, so left it a bit long, but so hopefully Dars gets something out of it, but we'll see. It's usually a pretty good deck here, so yeah.
Grace Harris back in the team, Phoebe. How does that change the dynamic around the group when Grace returns?
Oh, I think it's just knowing that we've got literal fireworks in a player that we can turn to at any point, which is really cool, and I think gives our team another, I guess, asset. So really excited for her to get her chance again today.
Awesome. We'll check in later. Thank you. So Darcy Brown has the ball at the cathedral end, and we're about to go. The third of the T20s. Which team to go 4 points to 2 up in the series? Smriti Mandana on strike. And a wide one, too wide.
Rupees 100.
I like this. I like Darcy Brown with the new ball in hand, bowling the first over. I did get a little bit surprised at the fact that they started with spin over at Monica. We thought there might have been with the live grass on that pitch too, a little bit with the new ball. So give the fast bowlers a crack first up. Darcy Brown getting the opportunity tonight, which is something I like. Slip in place. Aggressive field positioning to start with a wideish gully line fielder on the ring.
Both sides of the wicket at the moment. They'll get through as well for a single.
Bit of shape there down the leg side. That'll be encouraging though for the Australians. Very humid and muggy out there, and that live grass on the Adelaide Oval surface does offer something here at the Adelaide Oval, no doubt about it. It's good to see a slip in play, good aggressive play.
Lisa Stalaker, welcome to you.
Evening, gentlemen. Evening, viewers, wherever you are in the world that are tuning in. This series, I have a feeling, is going to be that ebbs and flows, isn't it?
Charlie Verma does not muck around. Oh dear, Darcy Brown's little amiss early on here.
Well, she actually had a kind of a plaque presented today. Family came down, obviously celebrating the success of what she did in the test match. She walked out of the change room and said, where is it? There it is, right in front of you. A bit embarrassed by it all, but the players were out there and clapping her, and She did go through a period of time, probably just over a year ago, where she was struggling with her wrist position. And she was bowling a lot of extras, something that we're seeing quite similar. But I thought the opportunity that she had to go play back for the South Australian Scorpions in the WNCL and bowl 10 overs, because T20 cricket, it seems to be the format that the women play the most. I thought she might be able to get that wrist going really well. But she's just lost her radar, unfortunately, and this over is going to challenge our scorers to see if they can keep it all in the one ticker.
Well, you can see she's trying to get it swinging, isn't she, Lise? And it is swinging, but unfortunately the radar's not quite there yet. But if she can get it on target, it's going to be a real challenge for these two Indian openers who are high class, we know that, but pace and swing will challenge anyone.
Mandana on the drive, can't pierce the infield.
So an interesting call at the toss. I thought Harmanpreet Kaur winning the toss and deciding to bat here at the Adelaide Oval. In the WBBL over the last 3 or 4 years, we've seen 11 of the 14 sides chasing win. So interesting. It's never the same at international level. Different pressures, of course, but certainly an interesting call from mine.
Mandana tries again. And again, Litchfield is the roadblock.
Yeah, just to give you a bit of insight as well, I was out there before, obviously, the toss of the coin, and I spoke to Amol Mazumdar, and he's the head coach of the Indian side, well respected. Basically, Ranji Trophy, he has scored 1,000 runs, played for Mumbai, won so many total titles.
There we go. Gap pierced. A beautiful stroke to set the elegant Mandana away.
And the other thing he was asking a lot was trying to find out if rain was going to be an issue, because I think he feels India and the fact that Shafali and Smriti Mandana, if they can set up a foundation and there isn't that scoreboard pressure, they can play with freedom like we're seeing here with Smriti Mandana. I mean, she'll play the same way, this elegant, beautiful cover drive.
Wonderful to watch.
So there was obviously plans, thoughts of, yes, we want to bat first, but is rain going to be an issue? And they kind of got the information that rain isn't going to be an issue, so away they went.
Yeah, Todd Heinrich, the head groundsman here for this fixture, certainly suggested that he thought the rain was going to hold off, which is exactly what we want to hear. We don't want another Sydney situation. Give these sides 40 overs at it.
And the dot to finish. Start though for India, none for 10.
India versus South Africa.
Super 8 clash. South Africa fighting in style.
Will India once again make their way to win?
This is do or die battle. Watch India versus South Africa in Super 8 Clash, 22nd February, Sunday at 6 p.m.
Gardner's going to bowl the second over.
Yeah, so the reason why Ash Gardner's being used so early is there's a beautiful matchup between off-spin and Smriti Mandana. Even though she isn't on strike, they're hoping they can keep Shafali Verma quiet, get a single and bowl to Smriti Mandana. In the last period of time, she's been out 3 times by off-spin, so that is a weakness of hers that they've assessed and realised and trying to exploit.
Gardner's got a great record against both these players, particularly Verma. Verma slices it, breathes a sigh of relief. She's done very well against her previously, 5 for 63 and 47 deliveries. Shafali Verma, and Gardner to Smriti Mandana, 4 for 110 off 110. So dismissed her 4 times and going at a runner ball in T20s.
You'd take that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially on a good batting surface. You don't want 2 players of this class to get too deep into their innings, so get the matchups right early. What I did note in that first over was how hard it sounded like the ball was hitting the bat. This wicket sounds and looks like it's going to be a beauty, as it usually is here at the Adelaide Oval.
Underno uses her feet, but changed by Gardner to deny the opportunity.
Yeah, we have a look at it here. Live grass covering, but a very even grass covering, and that'll certainly help the ball come through and onto the bat.
Off the edge. Stomp made by Darcy Brown. Already they're looking vulnerable against Gardner.
As a spinner yourself, Lise, you would have liked to have seen a slip in there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would. But in T20 cricket, it's almost the power play is like the defensive mode. How do we stop them hitting boundaries? How do we create dots? Dots are absolute gold, and if you can create and string them over a period of 2 to 3 overs, that's how you're going to extract a wicket. Ideally, I'd love a slip in right at the start, maybe 2-3 deliveries, and then you can go back into your defensive mode.
I think that's right. I think you've got to try and get at these batters and be aggressive early. If you can take wickets in the power play, it certainly slows the strike rates and the run rates.
Verma hits it high and just over the top. She didn't get all of it. And it will plug and not make the rope. 2 overs complete, none for 14.
बडीज के साथ क्रिकेट स्क्रीनिंग का प्लान बनना फास्ट, सेम प्लान कैंसिल होना उससे भी फास्ट। उसी क्रिकेट मैच के स्कोर अपडेट्स ESPN क्रिक इन्फो पे मिलना सुपर फास्ट स्कोर अपडेट्स के साथ और भी बहुत कुछ मिलेगा सिर्फ ESPNcricinfo.com पर।
ESPN Crick Info. Download the app now.
Well, the headlines from the T20 part of this series, Elise Perry tonight becomes the first woman to represent Australia 350 times in all forms of the game. Australia levels the series. Beth Mooney surpassing Meg Lanning as Australia's highest T20 international run scorer. And Elisa Healy, she'll be back on Tuesday as the retirement tour continues. Love it.
Sure, she's not happy with that. Retirement tour.
Yeah.
Also heard during the week, obviously, Beth Mooney surpassing Meg Lanning, and she said she was a little bit sad because she knows if Meg Lanning was still playing, she said, I think she'd be at 5,000 runs. I'd never catch her. Just the class of Meg Lanning. And obviously, Beth and Meg, wonderful teammates, good friends, still catch up when they're in the same city together. And then Elise Perry, 350 games. Some special moments.
Come up to the stumps here. Good shot, but there is protection. Wareham on the rope.
Beth Mooney, she's just so humble, isn't she? Straight away runs it down to third man. Oh, but if Meg was playing still, you know, get me off strike. I don't want to talk about myself, but what a player she's been. Just such a consistent performer too. Just a player that you can depend on and play around, and it's great to see her rise to the top. She deserves it, no doubt about it.
First over went for 10, but Australia's been economical since. Through the agency of Gardner and Garth. Verma gets that fine for 4. Just straight on the leg stump and was put away.
Yeah. Jumped all over that one. It's just angled down the leg side. They can sometimes be a little bit difficult to catch up with. Look at those hands, really whip through. Great bat speed, enabling her to access that ball down the leg side and put it away nicely. Bit of a miss there from Kim Garth. Can happen with the new ball when you try to pitch it up and swing it. That one just angling down and not swinging back.
Now straight. And maybe out. It is out. Sutherland not dropping that. And they get the dangerous Verma early.
Yeah, so many times Shafali Verma already has tried to hit the ball down the ground but hasn't found the middle of the bat. And what Kim Garth does is those subtle changes, whether she's swinging the ball in, swinging away. You can See, that one was a little kind of cutter delivery, almost a wobble scene. And Annabelle Sutherland and Elise Perry, two athletes at mid-on and mid-off, they decide who's going to take the catch, and it's Sutherland. Verma goes for 7, it's 1 for 19.
Biggest cricket league in the world. Full-on entertainment. Class from KO. Rishabh Panti, Hardik Pandya in the house.
She's hoping that translates here against Australia in the shortest format.
Off the inside edge. Rodrigues is quick. She'll get back for 2.
That's good running between the wickets, that. A little bit in this wicket, though. No doubt Kim Garth, that one just nipping back a touch and nearly finding its way through. 6 runs away there from 2,500 for India in W20 internationals. What a player she's been, so consistent.
Nicely clipped, runs here. Maybe 4. Chases on. Well done. Molyneux. Whipping that back in, so in the end 9 off the over, but the wicket of Verma, 1 for 23.
The Tata IPL getting bigger and bigger.
I was really keen to have a look at the side-on view of this one. That hitting right up high on the bat, up near the splice. You do see that here at the Adelaide Oval a little bit. With that grass on the wicket, nice even coverage, and the new ball, you do get extra bouncy. You do see a lot of players hitting down the ground and getting caught out at mid-on and mid-off. Good hard length, doing the business for Kim Garth.
Garvey continues, sets down the leg side. I think that's a hopeful appeal for LBW. Will probably be called wide. Take some pad.
She did shuffle across a fair bit. Thought maybe there was an opportunity if she didn't get it to be bowled around her pads, which would be a terrible way to go. They're thinking about it.
They are going to review this. Interesting.
I wasn't even sure it actually hit the pad. So Beth Mooney must be absolutely adamant that it did.
The umpire made no signal whatsoever as to whether it was wides or leg buys or buys.
They're not allowed
and
to.
that is
So there's
because
Kim, we've got a player review for
there was the
LBW.
chance
Original decision is
that there
not
would be
out.
a review,
It's a fair delivery.
which
We
did
sit front
eventually
on,
come.
please.
So we've got a Kiwi as a third umpire, Kim Cotton. So she does walk across a lot.
Okay. Balls close to the gloves. Can we go to Ultra Edge, please? Copy. Standing by for Ultra.
It's clearly not going to be out.
Well, Smitty Mundana got strangled down the leg side and everyone thought that she didn't hit it, and then they found something.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they went up because it doesn't look like it hit pad.
Okay. Gap on the left. Gap on the left. Gap on the left. And strike on the bat. Thank you. Satisfied it was bat and it was not caught, so I'll go back on field to Phil to stay with your not-out decision. Stand by. You're on screen. Signal now.
Well, Smokey Mundana's picked up a couple.
Probably because of that, maybe.
Not the Australians' best review, I might add.
No.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Mundana survives to fight another day.
On we go. And that might be out. Not quite. Perry on the dive. Just didn't quite carry. But again, Gardner befuddling Mundana.
Yeah, and that extra bounce. She is getting up and over the ball nicely, creating some bounce. You do get that here at the Adelaide Oval, as I mentioned before. Great effort.
So with that in mind, Cal, when you've played so much cricket here, what's the best way to kind of attack? Do you need to go, think squarer?
You've got to be willing to use your feet forward and back.
That's better. Over extra cover for 4.
It's a great example of how to use your feet forward, out of your crease, down the wicket, get to the pitch of the ball, and use that bounce and pace in the wicket. Look at this. Beautiful level eyes, steady eyes as she's coming down, smooth moving. That creates the opportunity for the boundary. Beautiful batting. But as I mentioned, you've got to be willing to go forward and back. With the extra bounce, it offers opportunities to play off the back foot as well. If you keep coming down the wicket at good bowlers, they'll start to read what you're doing and they'll drop their length back. And if you're able to use your feet down the pitch and get to the ball on the hard volley, you can create opportunities on the back foot when they do adjust and start to drop their length back. So you've got to be very aggressive with your feet, particularly early on, and be willing to go both ways.
Well, I was going to say as well that there was width on offer, which is easier. When it's at the stumps, then you've got to be even really sharp with your footwork. Otherwise, a little bit wider, you can throw your hands at the ball.
Spot on.
Knocked away by Rodrigues, and they take 8 from the Gardner over. Through 4, India 1 for 31.
I'm going to take everything from him.
Lex, good luck with that.
Bring the energy, the passion, the patriotism, the Indian fans. They love it. And they would be comfortable enough with the start that India's made here. Garth goes on. Up and away from Rodrigues for 2 more.
This situation really does suit Jemima Rodrigues. She needs a bit of extra pace to be able to work it, clip it, guide it, and then she gets herself in the innings. When there's no pace and she has to attack the bowlers and go down the ground, that's when she gets herself into trouble. Actually, in the last, what did I have here? In the last, wait there, your call's important.
That's fine, and that's 4. 2,500 runs come up for Rodrigues in the format.
Yeah, and right now she's away because she is using that pace. Slower delivery, the leg cut up, but again the line, unfortunately for Kim Garth, and she helps it on its way. So before this innings, there was 11 matches, T20 internationals, 121 runs at an average of 13.4 and a strike rate just over 100. And if you're going to bat in that key position of number 3, you need someone to go. I think she's got 150 against Australia, and she's played a lot of T20 internationals, so you need to get those 20s, 30s. That needs to be 50, 60, 70 in that number 3 spot, doesn't it, Cal?
Yeah, it does. You've got to be doing a lot of damage. You've got to get into the innings and really make sure once you get set, you go on and post a match-winning score. That's where the engine room is. 3 and 4 and the opening pair.
Statistics coming from about page 283 of volume 3 of Lisa Stalaker's 4,586 pages of notes.
Yeah, so sorry.
The iPad.
We love it.
Kind of get there.
picking the bones out of that stats pack we get, Lise, and making sure that you get all the interesting ones into the listeners and the viewers. It's fantastic.
Well, I just think for someone, when you look at Jemima Rodriguez and how many games she's played, that's a lot of cricket, yet you haven't turned that around, I don't think, as much as you could.
Lofted down the ground. Again, it's not right out of the middle of the bat, but landing safely. A couple for Mandana.
And I guess I was hoping to see, after her performance in the World Cup, where she turned things around, that 127 against Australia in the semi-final, securing that victory, and then India obviously going on to win the title. Maybe that confidence will rub off. She had a good WPL. She captained Delhi Capitals for the first time, had a good strike rate of about 135. You just want to see that translate to all surfaces around the world.
She's got an opportunity tonight. There's no doubt about it. Got to start. And it's a surface that once you do get set on, boundaries can flow very, very quick and fast. So the Australians have got to be mindful. They've got to keep looking to take wickets here.
Round the wicket goes Garth. Just cramping Mandana. Cover had come up inside the circle. The two were out in the deep on the leg side for that last ball. 1 for 40.
कस्टमर को तो जल्दी से बता 200 रुपये फालतू ले लो नहीं इससे कम नहीं 4 से कम नहीं 4 से कम नहीं
that are making their way out because they've been involved with Elisa Healy and her contribution to the game. So it will be the last time that she puts the Australian colours, or whites as we want to say now, and the baggy green on. So I hope that a lot of people, if you're fans of the game, fans of Elisa Healy, you get down to the WACA.
Mondino uses the feet, caresses it once more. 50 partnership comes up, and this is a bothersome thing at the moment for Australia. It's not going at an outrageous pace, but solidly enough. 50 off 34 is really laying the platform.
Well, if you're an Indian fan, you'd be really pleased with how they've put it together, and they're really setting up a great base for the back end of this innings.
I like that.
Swept beautifully. Right into that gap between deep backward square and deep mid-wicket.
Class. Oozing it there. Jemmy Rodrigues, wonderful sweep shot. Great execution, as I pointed out earlier. Look how low she gets. That bat is sweeping across the surface and picking the gap magnificently. These two have gone about it in really good fashion. The Adelaide Oval rewards you for really good cricket shots, and these two have shown plenty of it so far. 54 off 35 this partnership, building a wonderful base for a launch back end.
Just a little tiny bit more.
Now this is where I think the Australian tactics potentially put the fielders on the leg side. She likes to sweep. Ask her to go over the inner circle straight down the ground.
Bringing it a different element from the armoury to the table.
Yeah, I'd rather her, if I was bowling and she hits me over long off, I go, okay, well played. But can she do it again? That's not her preferred shot. She loves sweeping and she's very good at it.
Yeah, what's going on here?
The towel came out back.
Yes, okay.
So dead ball.
Like that, least. Ask, maybe even bring mid off up. Try and find the wicket that way. Ask her to hit down the ground. I like that.
She's happy to do it. That's a superb piece of Elise Perry fielding. 350th international. And the athleticism of a spring chicken.
I'll tell you what, it was really clever because she's been off the outer circle just a little bit to try and make sure there's no two to her. So she was trying to cut the angle down as well by just cutting in a little bit as well. So wonderful effort to cut that one off. Did a really good job.
Footwork is the focus here. You can see that Mandana's keen to get going. 1 for 77.
Biggest cricket league in the world. Full-on entertainment. Class from KOL. Rishabh Panti. Hardik Pandya in the house.
Get ready for the battle for the ages. .IPL coming soon.
Square. You can see tonight she's hardly hit anything in front, even on the offside or the leg side. Everything is from that cover mid-wicket region and behind. So that's why I'm saying kind of block off that leg side area for her. Ask her to hit straighter. If she does it once, good on her. Let's see if she can go another time. I think in women's cricket we tend to follow the ball, or we want to change things up too quickly. I think ask them to do something that they're not comfortable multiple times, not just the once.
I like it, Lise. Take the aggressive option when there's a fork in the road.
Sutherland continues. 10 and over from here. Get India close to 190. Those youngsters having a good time. Having a bit each way by the looks of that. You can call that bipartisan support.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Legends. Loving it.
Over 1 million diaspora from India now in Australia. So I think that's the second most, obviously, behind the English.
Yep. ledge runs along the ground. And in a cricket sense, that's growing the game, because we know how cricket mad every Indian is, and you see it across fields every weekend.
That's it, that's well bowled. Get it driving. Get in and try and hit straight down the ground. For Smitty Mandana, that's what she wants to do.
Into the gap. And over it goes on the bounce for 4. Now she is starting to just put the foot down a fraction.
Well, they've earned the right, Nico. They've batted beautifully. They took on the new ball and played with class. They didn't overplay their hand, played good cricket shots. And now they're expanding their game. And that is nice gap hitting that. She knew it was quite a big gap between backward square leg and a wideish fine leg. This outfield's so fast. If you get in that gap, it'll race away.
And if you need to play in and behind one defensively, if you get a good ball, there's no pressure on you to score off every ball if you've laid a solid platform.
That's the experience, right? When Shafali Verma first burst onto the scene as a 16-year-old, she was swinging for the hilltops every delivery. She's learnt as well.
Lifts it up with mid on and mid off up with no risk.
This is a wonderful platform that India has set up. You'd like to think that, you know, with Harmanpreet Kaur coming in next, she was kind of just in second gear in Canberra, was trying to unleash the Australians, bowled well. Richa Ghosh, she was tied up well, but we know what she can do. She's devastating.
That's the job down there. 9 from the over, 1 for 86. Drinks.
Biggest cricket league in the world. Full-on entertainment. Class from KO. Rishabh Panti, Hardik Pandya in the house.
Get ready for the battle for the ages. .IPL coming soon.
This is Super 8. Every game is a do or die.
Watch Team India repeat history in Super 8s.
Here we go. This is the World Cup. Unbelievable. The Tata IPL getting bigger and bigger.
I'm going to take everything from him.
Lex, good luck with that.
The point table 2 apiece. Got this one. I know it's a multi-format series, but I think the teams will still be thinking we want to win the T20 leg of it. We want to win the ODI leg. There's still that kind of element.
Yeah, I agree, Lisa. They'll definitely be trying to win each leg. Try and get the better of the 3-game series and the 2 white balls, and then win the test match as 3 different series, or separate series. Munden has been in wonderful touch tonight, and her partner at the other end, Jimmy Rodriguez, She's doing a wonderful job too. 29 off 19. Just the 3-dot balls in her innings so far, which is saying something. It's keeping the momentum in the innings. It's keeping the hot hand of Mundana on strike as often as possible, while still putting the bad ball away. So, danger signs here for the Australians at Adelaide Oval. If you can set a good platform, the ball can fly around late.
Clearly still very hot out there. You saw Jemima Rodriguez pouring water over her face. Commentary call with the ice pack on the back of the net.
Yeah, muggy conditions, things that most of the matches tend to be played up north, middle parts of India. It's when you get down to Chennai, it's very steamy like this. Soph Molyneux, her first over was in the power play, went for 14. Now she's got the extra protection of the 4 fielders. So let's see how she goes now.
The Australians need to try and find a wicket here desperately. And it's going to need to be creative, I think. Perhaps just bring a fielder in that they're not expecting and see if they can ask them, as Lisa rightly pointed out before, see if you can lure them into trying to take the ball down the ground, get that mid-off up in the ring. I thought we were going to get it for a second there, Lise, but just pushing back again there now. Cover in a catching position.
Yeah, she'll look to try and knock that into the vacant mid-wicket area, so that does pose an opportunity for Soph Molyneux to slide one through, maybe an LBW, or maybe she'll try a sweep as well.
The sweep popping up and just wide. That was a superb effort. Didn't go to the hand there of Darcy Brown.
Just beyond reach. Picked the line up quickly, got into a good position to sweep it. A bit of a top edge there.
See, they're thinking we need one to go to hand here shortly. Some sort of intervention.
Well, another option that the Australian team can have now is potentially give Grace Harris an opportunity with the ball. She tends to be a bit of a golden arm in whatever tournament she plays. She's not the regular spinner that bowls her allotment of 4 overs, but she has a funny knack of breaking a partnership.
It's been a good over from Sophie Molyneux. I agree. Sometimes it's worth trying those lateral thinkers and those lively characters bring something to the game. They bring energy. Might get the teammates up in the field a little bit. She's always in the game, whether she's got the ball or the bat in hand. Grace Harris.
Rodriguez calls 2. I'm not sure you're going to be taking on the rocket arm of Grace. They don't. Tidy over from Molyneux. 1 for 90.
The Indian lineup has given the Australian bowling unit something to think about. Have a look at this. Throughout the power plays in this series, 1 for 50, none for 54 and 1 for 54. So the Australians just not able to get a foothold in the field with the ball in hand, and that will be playing on their mind going into the ODI leg of this series. There's no doubt about it. The top order of India are getting into the game early.
Cut off again by Garth down a fine leg rope.
Yeah, it'll be interesting as well. I mentioned in Canberra that they've actually included Pratika Rao, who was in the squad. She's now been fit enough. She got injured during the Women's World Cup, missed the final. opened with Smitty Mandana in that World Cup. Shafali Verma wasn't even selected in the squad. Now they've got both as a possible option.
Yeah.
So I'll be fascinated to see which way India go.
They found their rhythm in this T20 series. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Decision to be made on that front, no doubt.
Mandana lifts it over the top and all the way. A half century of high quality from Smriti Mandana. Her 33rd in T20 internationals and 8th against Australia.
Wow. That's what we're used to seeing. It's taken her a little bit of time to get used to the pace and bounce of this pitch. Darcy Brown comes back in, 120 clicks. She liked that. Just sit back and enjoy that. 89 metres. The sound off the bat, you can't beat that.
I was absolutely pumped. What a shot.
Slower ball. Mandana seeing them well though.
It's so important through this stage of the innings with two set batters at the crease. You keep them guessing, keep mixing it up, and asking them to hit the spots they'd rather not at the moment. Both these players for India are picking this attack apart through the leg side. 53 off 39, and looks like she's really going to put the foot down here. And this innings from Jemmy Rodrigues has been bang on for mine. She came out with great intent straight off the bat, took the pressure off Mandana and enabled her to just go about her business, not worry about the run rate too much. And now she's gone into that role of just making sure Mandana's got all the strikes she needs.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's almost like the first 6 deliveries. If she can get it away with a boundary or a couple of multiples, then it puts her way in front from a strike rate point of view. In Canberra, 4 off 6, felt the pressure, wanted to get going, tried to do something that wasn't quite there.
Look at 2 here. Nicely placed.
So we've seen some really classical stroke play. It's been wonderful to watch. That's another great example of it. Lovely cover drive as they bring up the 100 off 11.5. It's been a partnership of class, 82 or 55 now. With the stroke play for mine, they've played good cricket shots. They've done their research on this facility, and that is what we preach at Adelaide Oval. Good cricket shots in the first half of the game, get it done.
11 from the over. India 1 for 101.
तीर की पहचान अपनी तलवार से, अरबी घोड़े की रफ्तार से, कड़कती बिजली की तेजी से मिलेंगी आपको ESPN क्विक इन्फो पे स्कोर अपडेट। अबे कहां पड़े हो चक्कर में, कोई नहीं है टक्कर में, खड़क।
ESPN Quick Info. Download the app now.
You keep getting all these interviews with Superman. Eventually people are gonna figure it out.
But the glasses.
Superman, I'm gonna take everything from you.
Good luck with that.
It was just a beautiful swing at the bat. Got into a good, powerful position. Eyes level and still. And then just unloaded on it. Unbelievable sound off that bat. 89 metres. That is a big hit in anyone's book. Australians need answers and they need them fast.
Just a very quiet acknowledgement of that half century, as if to say, job half done here. More work to do. Wareham. Griggs immediately sensing 2 and coming back. They needs to hasten. And I reckon she just got there.
Great dive. Good athleticism. Good running. There's nice fielding out there from Ash Gardner. She's a great athlete. So is Jemmy Rodrigues. Look at this dive. outstanding, and kept the bat down, which is not easy on a full-length dive. Saw Elise Perry's bat bounce up over in Canberra the other night. Jimmy Rodrigues doing a wonderful job keeping the toe of the bat down for full extension. Made it back home safely.
Yeah, well, Smitty Mundanar, you spoke about spin, didn't you, Cal?
Yeah. Well, the footwork and her ability to get deep in the crease and then create some fuller length for herself and then exposing it. Wonderful work from Hawkeye there. Those interception points, great example of what she's been able to create for herself against high-quality spin. Wonderful partnership, great rhythm about it. It's been no fuss, no wild swinging in the back, good cricket shots. Saw one really big hit of 89 metres we saw just recently. That too was a really clean swing of the bat.
Just like that is. One bouncing over the rope. She had to be so perfect with her placement with Perry lying in wait.
Yeah, if you were to see the wagon wheel, she's been dead straight back over the bowler, really, because Elise Perry is there. You can see the angle she was trying to cut off, similar to what Cal mentioned the previous time, but this time just hit a little bit better and she knew it. And she's missed out there. She throws her head back going, are you serious?
About the only ball she's mishit.
I did all that work to hit a beautiful one straight down the ground. I get a gift and I just knock it for one. Ugh, cricket.
Isn't it a funny sport? She's hit a lot of very good balls for a boundary tonight. Missed out there.
Rodrigues goes to the reverse. Take the bails off.
Again, that's still her preferred way, reverse. Dragged her out.
She actually used the swing to get back into her crease. Clever.
This is just a very steady and productive accumulation. 1 for 110. Verma falling. Gordon Sutherland bowled Garth for 7. Partnership 91 off 62 now between Mundanar and Rodrigues.
Yeah, and it's really piling the pressure onto this attack of the Australians.
They go to Gardner. The 2 overs for 12. Why did that delivery?
Well, they're going with the idea of off spin, yep. And Ash Gardner does bowl the ball into the pitch more than anything. So hard length. Very rarely does she toss it up. Well, I hope she doesn't toss it up, because given how Smitty Mundanar is hitting the ball, it's going to go over everyone's head.
There she goes. Flat, and that might have hit the rope on the full. They'll have a bit of a look at that. And she is in such a rich vein of form now.
She's just picking her spots so well for mine. She's hitting those balls flat into the outfield, knowing that if she doesn't quite get it right and it goes a bit uppishly, it's still a huge gap out there with a square leg in the ring. So, wonderful batting, and we might just see the hands raised to the air here for 6 more. Just beautiful timing. She's not even really trying to hit that one for 6. She's hitting that flat, and she's got enough of it to get it for 6. Wonderful batting again. Jeez. All sorts of pressure the Australians are under here. It's really getting away from them, Lise.
Yeah, I was going to say, it can get away from them really quickly, because she's in. Her eye is certainly in. the thing as well about Smriti Mandana, she would normally she'd get into this position where she's 60-odd, 70-odd. There was actually a tour to England last year where one of her teammates, Arundhati Reddy, I think, or Radha Yadav, one of the two of her good mates, kind of said, you get these starts, but you never go on and get 100. The 100-run partnership comes up between these two, but you personally, Smitty, don't go on, and you should cash in because you're a much better player than that. She actually got 100 in that series and kind of celebrated to her teammates to go, yeah, okay, I've listened to you. So I feel like she's matured again.
Waited on that, tweaked it, the vacant pastures.
It's fantastic insight, that, Lise.
And she's eyeing off, isn't she? Maybe triple figures, but it is hot out there.
It is. You can see the players out there, particularly with the helmet and the gear on, at the crease, feeling it.
They have just comfortably taken 11 off that Gardner over. 6 overs to go, 1 for 121.
After a good game of football on weekend, a true Mallu will plan a Premier League game with friends and a good old drink. Coconut chata.
Haaland is there. Bruno Fernandes.
Watch Premier League live on Jio Hotstar and Star Sports Network.
To flourish from an Indian perspective. Harmanpreet can't even get a look in at the moment.
Well, I wonder if also that the drinks were just taken, as in that the batters asked for it, but whether a message was sent as well. Jemima Rodrigues, the last time she hit a boundary was the 17th ball she faced. So yes, this partnership is amazing, but ideally India would love both players looking for the boundary, not the one now. So Harmanpreet Kaur has that ability to clear the boundary. I know it's probably not as easy to get going as soon as you go out there. Maybe see something a little bit different from Jemima Rodrigues.
It's well bowled by Molyneux. They've had nothing to work with. So you think there's a real chance that there was a message to live and get on with it?
Potentially. I guess we'll see if it was, if she changes her approach.
Everything is just landing ever so slightly short of where the Australians would like it so far tonight.
She really doesn't want to go down the ground at all, as you've pointed out rightly earlier, Lise. She's desperate to hit square and behind square on both sides of the wicket. Just gets off strike and the dangerous Mandana back on. Molyneux turning it back into the left-hander. But you're right, Lise. It's so important that Jimmy Rodrigues can find the boundary here and not just leave it all up to Mandana at the other end. You really need a lot of help to get to the 3 figures in T20 cricket or one-day cricket, and it's so important Rodrigues plays her part.
She swings hard at that. It's up and over mid-on. You can see there has been a change in the way she's going about it.
Yeah, she gets more elevation than power and flatness when she hits down the ground. It's the right idea to do for her because the slog sweep comes naturally, so you kind of slog it straight.
Little shovel to the leg side, put down. Litchfield on the dive, would have been a very good catch, but went to hand.
Coming forward's never easy. The ball can hit the hands really hard. We'll have a look here to see whether it's carried or not. Athletic dive. There it is. Moving forward towards the ball. You can't give with it. You're going at it to make sure you get the hands under it. Just hit the palms and popped out. She'll be disappointed.
I reckon she's got an injured digit. You don't often see.
Yet again, mouth on it.
You don't see taping on Phoebe's hand, so something's happened at training and she got it again. 1 for 27.
Biggest cricket league in the world. Full-on entertainment.
Class from KO.
Rishabh Panti, Hardik Pandya in the house.
Get ready for the battle for the ages. .IPL coming soon.
Phoebe Litchfield looks like she might be leaving the field. Keep an eye on that as she goes. Oh no, she's going out to the deep, is she?
No, the doctor just came out just to quickly double check. And I would dare say Phoebe's like Elisa Healy. Don't come near me, I'm fine.
Hard-nosed competitor at a young age, you can tell. You talk to her about the game, when you see her interviewed, she's a winner, that young lady, no doubt about it.
She's got a huge role to play for Australia potentially tonight with the bat as they get ready to chase something very significant. Kim Garth is going to bowl from the river end. It's the second 100-run partnership for India against Australia. Mandana and Shafali Verma did it a couple of years ago. She's at it again.
Where did the Aussies go? I mean, Kim Garth did really well in Manica. He was able to come in, I think, 13th, 14th over and bowl lots of cutters.
Yeah.
Executed perfectly, stemmed the flow of runs.
Away that goes. 4 more for Smriti Mandana.
That's elite batting. So my gut feel is here that she is waiting for the slower ball and she'll try to adjust to the on-pace delivery. She gets right across her stumps, trying to access that backward square leg region with both fine leg and backward square leg up in the circle. She's done it really nicely. Put into good position early, let the hands go.
Umpire keeps the arms down, and Smriti Mandana, that look speaks 1,000 words.
I thought it was cleverly bowled.
Yeah.
She's trying to access that area, like you said, Cal. Got deeper, went across to the offside. Kim Garth followed her. She decided to leave it. Sorry, not ball.
Umpire said, you had a play on that? No wide. I like it. Good umpiring.
Single here for Mandana. There's been a serious escalation in her strike rate through the sort of first half to second half of her innings, Lise.
Yeah, literally first 10 balls strike rate of 60, next 10, 85, 120, 130, and we're just waiting. And now it's, Swap? 148 after 50 deliveries, so she does really accelerate, whereas if we probably did it with Jemima Rodriguez, she came out of the blocks really hard and then has probably dropped slightly, so it's kind of like they've met nicely together.
The Indian lineup now can't afford for Jemmy Rodriguez to continue this boundary slump. You've got to say it is now. She just hasn't been able to find the boundary. So if Mandana's going to get to 100 tonight and put a match-winning performance on the board, she's going to need help from the other end.
There we go. That's what Rodriguez can do, if only for one. You get that a touch finer.
I know we've seen it in different parts of the world in T20 cricket, creeping in with so much firepower still in the sheds. Would they be even contemplating retiring a player?
It happened in the WPL. We were the side that actually did it. It caused a lot of commentary, let's just say. But during that time, actually, sure bowled. During that time, across all T20 franchise cricket, it actually happened a fair bit. In the Big Bash, it happened at the same time. I think SA20 as well. I think that I'd be surprised if it hasn't crept into the Indian thought pattern of, okay, well, what total are we searching for and who do we think can execute it? Because players do get tired as well.
Yeah, absolutely they do.
They can't keep swinging.
Can't get that away. They will pick up a single. Just to illustrate the strike rate acceleration of Mandana, she was 27 off 25 balls. And of the next 25 balls, she took 47. 1 for 134.
From KO. Rishabh Panti, Hardik Pandya in the house.
Get ready for the battle for the ages. .IPL coming soon.
Let's check in with Phoebe Litchfield. How's the finger, Phoebe?
It's a bit sore. That's okay. Not going to blame the drop on the finger, but...
Did you hear that training?
Yeah, a little dislocation, but just teaches you to catch it properly, but obviously not. There's a little drop there, but hopefully, well, it's already bit us in the bum, but I'm going to be positive. We'll try to at least.
Mandana has lifted that. That's some sort of a cricket shot. And that'll be 6 more. We are being treated to an exhibition of batting.
Yeah, this is pretty classy. It's stand and deliver stuff. Knowing that the Australians will probably go back into the pitch, changes of pace. She's strong enough. She understands conditions. She is now reaping the rewards.
She's hit the rope on the full twice in this innings. I wish my distance control was that good on the golf course, Ferg.
Oh, you and me both, Al. That is magnificent skill. Yep, right on the rope.
Phoebe's had it. Is it all about just bowling as many deliveries as you can to Rodriguez now?
Yeah, I think so, but Jamie's still going very well herself, so it's honestly just, how we can get them off strike, get them hitting to the big pockets of the ground. Just one side's pretty short here, so we've tried the wide plan, which is really cool for Kimmy.
Walking, whacking.
Yes, sir.
Fielder coming
Yes, sir.
around, taken. Gardner with one of the safest pairs of hands in the Australian outfield. How important that is for the home team.
Well, you heard Phoebe Litchfield actually say the plan is to get them to hit into the pockets. The deep pockets here at Adelaide Oval. Slower ball out the back of the hand. Didn't quite get it. Ash Gardner, who's excellent in the boundary, chose the right angle to run in and took an important catch. Mandana, what an impressive innings. 82 of 55 deliveries has set the side up. India a 2 for 140.
Biggest cricket league in the world. Full-on entertainment. Class from KO. Rishabh Panti, Hardik Pandya in the house.
Get ready for the battle for the ages. .IPL coming soon.
Richa Ghosh comes out at number 4. And she will have one instruction, I'd imagine, Lisa Stalaker.
Go hard or go home. Oh, sorry, that's the Aussie way of saying it. But yeah, obviously gets the elevation ahead of Harmanpreet Kaur. The Australians bowled exceptionally well to her in Canberra. Tucked her up, bowled middle to leg stump line. Or they bowled it like almost 6th line. Nothing in that off stump, fourth stump line. That's her hitting up. They tried to stay away from that.
Yeah, they did it well. She's a dangerous player. Strikes it over 170 through this period of the game. And with a great platform here at the Adelaide Oval on a good wicket, good pace and bounce in it, Aussies are going to have to be very, very good in the closing stages of this innings.
Gosh's strike rate in T20s against pace 113.5.